How's it going, everybody? I hope you're having an awesome day. Today, we're going to take a look at how I was able to get over almost 36,000 capital peak points in this last raid weekend. So let's jump right into the first one, which is going to be a Barbarian camp cleanup attack. These attacks can generate some serious points, and they can be quite easy if you plan them correctly on the first attack. So here we are looking at a cleanup attack. So we are left with 1 air bombs and 1 of the rapid rockets. So very, very easy for 14, 15 balloons, rocket balloons to clean up the entire base. Add in the effects of the 6 total graveyard spells, and you absolutely demolish this base. There's only 5,500 points available. Keep that in mind. So it was a little bit easier than, say, if it had 6,000 or 7,000 points available. It'd be much more difficult. But now this base is completely destroyed, and all that is left is the cleanup. So for today's video, we've got 2 Barbarian camps, 2 Skeleton Parks, Balloon Lagoon, and a Builder's Workshop. So let's take a look at the Skeleton Park first hit. Gonna sneeze? Maybe? Maybe not. Ooh, almost. So here is my favorite strategy for the Skeleton Park. Start off with the Ram and the P.E.K.K.A. to clear out the first compartment. Place down the graveyard spells. And then we're going to place a Ram to open up this next wall section. It'll spawn a Tesla next to the trash building up top. Sending in a Hog Rider and a couple of Barbarians to help out. You want to send in some troops to die so that they actually generate some skeletons in the graveyards so that they can actually help tank for the P.E.K.K.A. Now we do the Ram and the Barbarian up top, followed by a minion pack up top, and they usually get the giant cannon. Once everything is going into the core, you can start to focus on the bottom side. Drop in a Ram, a Barbarian, a P.E.K.K.A., 1 pack of hogs on the Tesla so it doesn't deal too much damage to the P.E.K.K.A. And now we're mostly just keeping an eye on these P.E.K.K.A.s. The one in the cores down to about 80% health. This one is doing very nice, sitting at about 95%. So that's just a matter of trying to sneak in a couple of hogs, because you want to try and take out this rocket artillery. See, the minions get the giant cannon up top, and then ideally the hogs or the P.E.K.K.A.s, sometimes depending on how healthy they are, you can get unlucky and one of the minion huts can lock onto them, and the minion huts actually do quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. So we do get a very nice grouping, though. Both the P.E.K.K.A.s ended up on one side. Sometimes you can get one or both, either down south or up top. So this P.E.K.K.A.'s not long from this world. Minion hut finished them off. But we're able to get 6,000, almost 500 points from that one attack. Next up, we are looking at the Balloon Lagoon cleanup attack. This one we set up with one of our mini accounts. So we did actually pretty well on the first hit, only 5,200 available. Trying to think, if we had this one a little bit more and the other Barbarian camp a little bit more, that would have been an extra 2,000 to 3,000. So here we're going in with the ground spam strategy. I've also found a new favorite combo for me personally, is using 8 of the Giants, 8 of the Super Wizards, and 2 Hog Riders. I like the flexibility with the Hog Riders, because sometimes you get just a terrible angle on a giant cannon or a rocket artillery or a blast bow, and just having the ability to reset it once or twice is perfect for how I like to attack. So as you can see in this base, we have the line of graveyards. They're starting to deplete now, and we just have an entire army of skeletons marching to the rest of the army. Always funny to watch those skeletons smash through the base. Very, very funny. We even get a bonus 133. So now we're going to take a look at the next set, which is from the 9th raid. Going to be starting off with a Barbarian camp cleanup. This one is worth a little bit more, 6,360. So here we have the rocket artillery just barely hanging on for dear life, and then the 2 air bombs. Although I believe this is pretty close to the basic layout of the Barbarian camp. So with those exposed air bombs, the rocket balloons have a field day with the rest of the base as long as you take out the air bombs efficiently. A lot of times you can distract with a minion or with like one set of balloons, and as long as they're a little bit displaced from your main group, you can send in 2 or 3 and just slam right into the defense, and you don't have to worry about it after that. The key part is distracting the defense first. If you do not distract the defense, it is a very, very sad time for your troops. You even get a bonus 141. Next up is we'll look at a Skeleton Park first hit. Again, the basic layout will times 2 because it's a very, very similar strategy. Do the P.E.K.K.A. and the Ram, drop down the graveyards. Once that quadrant is taken out, do the Ram, either a Hog or we do the 2 Barbarians. You can sort of mix and match and see which ones work best for you. Sometimes it works well to have some Hogs going in through the core. Sometimes it's better to save them for the back end rocket artillery. Of course, then we get the minions up top, hoping for a good split. And then we send the P.E.K.K.A. and the other random troops down south to help them out. How are we looking? We got P.E.K.K.A. about 60%, another P.E.K.K.A. 80%. So they'll actually be able to do some decent tanking and distracting. It's like here we get, very weird pathing, so both P.E.K.K.A.s sort of stayed together, getting hit by the 1 rocket artillery hit both times. So they actually both died in the middle. So you don't get the little bit of a bonus, so we only get 5,750 points. And last but not least, we're taking a look at a Builder's Workshop first hit. We've got the basic layout. We're doing what I like to use, which is dropping the 2 graveyards on the blast bow, 1 graveyard behind the giant cannon, so that as the skeletons spawn, it forces the giant cannon to shoot backwards, away from your army. But we also brought in the Hogs, so we were able to stun it 1 time. And then we sent in the other Hogs. I forget where else. You'll probably be able to see it better than I did. Now we're just focusing on trying to get through this left side of the base. If you're familiar with the basic layout and using this ground spam strategy, there's pretty much no hope of getting through this giant cannon. So the best we can do is try and distract and take out this giant cannon for a few extra points. Because I believe the giant cannons are worth a few hundred. Yeah, there we go. Got a nice chunk of points there. Over 6,000. As we fast forward through here, the giant cannon, just as they pad, they either go straight over the top of the lake or straight into the cannon, which is no good. So those are the attacks that I did. Hopefully this is a helpful video for you. Maybe you can use some of the strategies and get over 30,000 in your own capital raid weekends. If you like the video, I encourage you to like and subscribe. Helps me out a bunch. And there's a couple more videos on the screen. Thanks for watching. Take care.